We're going to take a look at Armyman RTS, which stands for Real-Time Strategy. Now let's take a look at some of the features. This game consists of a main campaign, great battles, and of course special operations. In addition to these features, there are some other features as well. Gameplay offers a high view and of course a low view. You're also given commando type players with special abilities that are better than the average soldier, so you want to protect them as much as you can. You may want to put a medic on them if possible. And here's a few more features. Obviously, some weapons have advantages over others, and different ranges as to how far they can attack. If you'll notice in this mission, I'm getting attacked in the lower spot versus the higher spot, and that's because my defenses were weak there. But let's say I had this defended strongly and didn't have anything over here, well, I would get attacked very heavily in this area right here instead. Dump trucks can draw electricity or plastic. Now the plastic is coated in yellow up top there, while the electricity is coated in blue right below it, and they can be dumped off at a resource depot, and you got to use those resources to build whatever you want. Now let's look at the graphics. The graphics are good for like the GameCube and PS2. Now when you compare that to the PS4 or Xbox One, not so much. While the graphics aren't that great compared to like an Xbox One or PS4 game, they are pretty good for the PS2 and the GameCube, considering the competition when they came out. This game offers a multitude of different building options. You won't get them all in the first mission, but as you progress, you'll unlock all of them. And yeah, there's a lot of cool things you can build. Now, some of them you have a requirement where you have to build something else to get to it, but each one obviously tells how much it costs as well. Like this one will cost 400 plastic. This pillbox costs 300 plastic, and then it tells what advantages and disadvantages each thing has. Here's the super garage. If you upgraded to that super garage, you could build the dum-dum bombs or the choppers. Which cost, the chopper here costs 150 plastic and 250 electricity. There's also tanks, half trucks which can shoot in the air. And it says how they do against infantry, armored vehicles, and of course air, like helicopters and stuff like that. There's the medics which can heal your vehicles and fighting machines, which can be valuable. And of course there's mines. So there's a lot of different ways you can play this game. There's also a number of troops you can use, different troops with different specialties, and yeah, depending on how you want to play the game. Now when you build, you can only build so many things, otherwise, you see this blue thing right here, it basically means you can't build anything, which is not fun, but if you want to get rid of that, all you need to do is simply lose or destroy one of your army soldiers, and you have that option again because you're only allowed to build so many troops. So here we lose. Oh no, we don't lose yet. Let's go forward and lose one of our troops here. So here we go forward. And we start losing some troops, take some casualties, and voila, our building options are back up again. Now, battles can be tricky to play and fun to play in the same regard. You gotta kind of know where your enemies are, where to attack, when to back off, and stuff like that. As you can see, this is a full-blown battle right here. We'll get a small view. You got the specialty soldiers like Sarge, and then you have the not so specialty soldiers like the tanks and heavy artillery and stuff like that. It can be a little bit challenging and fun at the same time. Should one of your heroes be destroyed or die, you're not going to be able to recover them later. So make sure that you get a medic on that hero if possible. Mortarmen are cool because they can take out long-range enemy installations that may be a problem to you on the ground. What I like most about this game is its playability. It may not have the best graphics, seeing it's more than 10 years old, but it has good playability in a lot of different ways you can play the game, and you can instruct different troops or soldiers or whatever vehicles to do whatever you want them to do. As far as playability goes, I would say it's very good in that there are different challenges and skill levels. What exactly does the game compare to? Well, for the relative games at the time, I would say Command and Conquer of Nintendo 64. All in all, I like the game. I've played it quite a bit. If you have a Nintendo GameCube and you are thinking of playing a real-time strategy game and you like that style, definitely recommend going out and get it. From my experience, my favorite campaign missions to play are 15, 14, 13, and number 12. It's kind of cool landscapes and a little bit challenging environments. The Great Battles segment consists of 8 different battles of different difficulty levels and so forth. My favorite battles are battle number 8, Sandbox Shenanigans, and Basement Baloney. I also enjoy playing Blind Pass occasionally and Flooded Follies. Special operations consist of 8 different missions or special operations where you have different objectives. Blast Off number 8 is actually my favorite mission, where you have 30 minutes to protect a rocket from being launched. There are also 7 other missions that can be fun to play and challenging. As you can see, I beat them all. And my favorite, of course, is mission number 8, Blast Off. I first bought this game for the PS2. Went through and beat all the missions and gave it to a friend. I'm done with it. I'm not going to play anymore. Gave it to a friend, and about 6 months to a year later, I was missing playing the game, so I went back and bought it for the GameCube. What I like about this is it's got army men that you play with as kids, and it recreates a lot of the different scenarios that you might have made up when you were a kid, as far as different situations and stuff like that with a sandbox or setting the G.I. Joes up in the house. So that's one of the cool things about this game.